say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road today. We're here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue on an old Redbud winter day, folks. Can you believe the whole cold weather? Yeah, it's Redbud winter. What's that mean? Well, the redbuds are blooming right now. 2 days. Cool weather, or cold weather, whatever you want to call it. I would just say cool. It's not cold. When it was 2 below a couple of weeks ago, that was cold. So, cool weather. Feels colder since it was so hot the last couple of days. So this is Redbud winter. Then we've got Dogwood winter coming up at the end of the month, when the dogwoods start blooming out. And then in early May, we have a couple of cool days of cool weather, a couple of days of cool weather, rather, when it's blackberry winter. So it's a Redbud winter. It'll be all right. Tomorrow, going to be in the 60s. We have baseball tomorrow. Today, I know we don't, because they played it yesterday, and Providence won 7-1 over the Cyclones. So we've got Science Hill coming to town tomorrow. Lots to talk about. Unfortunately, the team all had a bad shooting day on the same day. Dyersburg had a lot to do with that. So the Lady Trailblazers were eliminated after the first game, and the quarterfinals of the state tournament still got there. Still very proud of them. But collectively, they all had to, when everybody's off on the same day, and that's been the weapon for Daniel Boone all through the season. You can't key on one, the other one got you. If Story was off, Flores got you. Flores didn't get you, you got Story or Britton or Pickham up and down the lineup. Well, unfortunately, yesterday, apparently they all had a bad shooting day at the same time. Just didn't go in for them, and it happens. You know my saying on the show, some days you get the peanuts, some days you get the shells. Anyway, Dyersburg wins it by 12. Shelby Jordan, we'll talk about her in a second. Shelby Jordan kind of took it upon herself. She was a Miss Basketball finalist and did not win. She said, we had something to prove, and I had something to prove. And she did. She put on a big show yesterday. So, the Lady Trailblazers, again, fantastic year, eliminated. Cocke County won, so they're still going. Big Red, as they call themselves. We'll play tomorrow in the state semifinals. We'll talk about that. And today, our last team still going, because they'll play their first game in the single A, is the Lady Huskies of North Green, which we're pulling for. So I'll run down for you all the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Of course, 2A and 3A played yesterday. 1A and 4A played today at the state tournament at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, if you're out of town, folks. So it's that time. The boys' state tournament is next week. All right, let's get it going. We got lots to talk about. World Baseball Classic. We've got college football. We've got the NFL. It's funny how my guy said, you know what, I'm a Raider now. He hated him last week. Couldn't wait to get out of town. He flunks a physical. The Ravens nixed the deal. Now Max Crosby says, man, I'm a Raider. I said, yeah, I'm sure you are. Tucked your tail and came on home. Of course, I'm a Raiders fan. I like Max Crosby still being there, but I don't like how it all came down. He was ready to bolt. Couldn't stand the team. Didn't like him. Flunks a physical because he came back too soon from knee surgery. But now he's a Raider through and through. Okay. So, tells me I don't need to know about Max Crosby. And I like the guy, but really? So, either you is or you ain't. Now you is, because you ain't going to the Ravens. All right. National Anthem. Here we go. Let's get it cranked up. Lots going on. Going to be joined a bit later on by Jeff Beverly. Big Orange update. Tennessee plays Auburn today in the quarters of the SEC tournament. We'll run them all down for you. Big 10, Big 12, ACC. They're all playing. The big boys are out on the floor today. Big 10, I guess it's Big 10, SEC, getting it all going today. We're here at Phil's Dream Pit, lined out the door every time I come here. Usually I'm on Tuesday today. This month I came on Thursday. No different. Still lined out the door. And they're taking orders for the hickory smoked ham for Easter. And also sliced turkey breast. Some folks want turkey breast for Easter. So they're taking orders now, 349-6437. You can get either bone-in or boneless. You can get whatever size you need to fit the gang you're feeding. Can't go wrong with it, folks. Everybody that I know of that's gotten a hickory smoked ham from Phil's Dream Pit just raves about it, me included. Oh, you lay that big old piece of hot ham right beside a big old pile of mashed potatoes and brown gravy. Right over here some macaroni and cheese. Right over here some cream peas. Some of those Sister Schubert rolls, lousy mercy. Make a bulldog break his chain. That's good stuff there. Anyway, the Hickory Smoked Ham, they're taking orders now for Easter, which is in a couple of weeks. Was it 3 weeks from Sunday? Is that right? April the 5th? Hard to believe. Here we go. National Anthem. Who's got it? Then we're going to take a look at the state basketball tournament. Got to run down and show you statistically just an off day yesterday for the Lady Trailblazers. Is what it is. Wasn't for lack of effort. Just wouldn't go in. Here we go. Let's bring it. The National Anthem. Who's going to do it? Who will do the honors for us here? Let's see. Let's go up here and pluck one. She can croon. Martina McBride on the Tom Daly Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a light, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, yeah, and the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, we are live here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. So let's show you what we're doing, what we're talking about here. It was just a tough day shooting yesterday for Daniel Boone. They lost by 12. So it is what it is, but statistically, the stats don't lie, obviously. Daniel Boone, Andrea Flores missed basketball, didn't even score to the second half. She or Story didn't score in the first half of the game. So what does that tell you? So at halftime, it was 24 to 10 Dyersburg. Second half, Daniel Boone outscored them 24 to 22, but the first half did them in. So for the ball game, you look at field goal percentage, Boone was 10 out of 44 from the floor for 23%. 3-point range for the game, they were 3 out of 24. Just the ball wouldn't go in. It's real simple. Some days you get the peanuts, some days you get the shells. Just didn't go for them. Free throw line, 11 out of 19 for 58%. The other thing that bit them was the turnovers. They had 22 turnovers in the ball game. So Aaliyah Story had 10. Andrea Flores scored 11. Story had 10 points. Flores had 11 rebounds and 2 assists. Just not the game. I mean, Daniel Boone, they shot him and didn't go in. It's real simple. You go 10 for 44 from the floor and 3 for 24 from three-point range. Just didn't go in. Shots, I've seen it all my broadcasting career. You shoot and shoot and shoot. It just don't go in. So no knock on Daniel Boone. They had a good run. Just didn't. Yesterday was a day they all collectively didn't shoot well. And as a result, they're coming back home. So, again, Flores and Story, neither one of them scored in the first half. I mean, that's all. As soon as I saw that J.D. Vaughn's article in the paper, it's all I saw. It's all I need to know. Now, the young lady from Dyersburg who was a Miss Basketball finalist, that would be Miss Jordan, Shelby Jordan, 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists, and 5 steals. So, Daniel Boone loses. Cobb County wins. They move on. Let's look at what happened yesterday. First off in 3A, Dyersburg beat Boone 46-34. Dyersburg will play Alcoa tomorrow. Alcoa defeated Tullahoma. Dyersburg 26-6 will play Alcoa 28-7 in the 3A. Cobb County won it. They're now 34-4. They won by 15 over Liberty Creek. So Cobb County's girls play tomorrow in the state semis against White County, who apparently is no fluke. They won by 20 over Covington, and their record is 33-5. So tomorrow in that semifinal game, tomorrow afternoon at 3:15, you will have 67 wins on the floor between the two teams. Pretty impressive. That's in 3A. So your semis are Dyersburg and Alcoa in Cobb County and White County. In AA, all non-Tri-Cities teams. Hello, Junior. Hello, Mike Peters. Hello, Little JoJo. Little Joanne Smith from the church house. Little JoJo, we call her. Loretto defeated McMinn Central, and York Institute beat Westview. So tomorrow, Loretto at 23-10. This is 2A. And York Institute at 29-6 will play. That was a semifinal in the girls 2A. Huntington at 29-3 defeated Smith County, and Gatlinburg Pittman runs their record of 31-3. They beat Gibson County, so it'll be Loretto and York Institute, and Huntington and Gatlinburg Pittman, the Final Four in 2A. Now, single A plays today. Single A 4A State Girls Tournament play today. North Green's in from our neck of the woods. Go Lady Huskies. They'll take on Middleton. North Green at 28-7. Middleton at 19-9. Other games today: Wayne County, Gordonsville, Richland and Coalfield, and Van Buren and Greenfield. That's in 1A. Then in 4A, the girls in the 4A play in their quarterfinals. Thank you, Junior. Junior Campbell, part-time employee at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Cookville leads Page 26-25 at halftime. That's what they're getting ready to tell you. They're playing right now in 4A. Then Beard and the Lady Bulldogs and Bartlett will get after it. And then you have Sevier County, the Lady Smoky Bears, and the undefeated Bradley Central Lady Bears at 32-0. They'll go after it later on this afternoon. And then Blackman and Collierville play in the nightcaps. That's your 4As. And right now, thanks to Junior Campbell, Cookville leads Page at halftime 26-25. So we'll keep you posted on that. That's the girls' state basketball tournament. Boone's out. Cobb County stays in, and North Green plays later today in single A. So that's your summation of our Tri-Cities teams. We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Again, got guys in here. So the boys down on the end, they've got the brisket. They had macaroni salad, hash brown casserole. Other guys had mac and cheese. One had a pulled pork platter. They're wearing it out, and it's good. And so it's all right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit, the quest for perfect barbecue, and it is. And again, as we're telling you, and have told you, continue to tell you, that we will be taking orders, and are taking orders right now, for the Hickory Smoked Hams. We only got a couple of weeks. Easter will be here. Comes early this year, April the 5th. And so if you're interested in getting a Hickory Smoked Ham from Phil's Dream Pit, you want to give them a call, 349-6437. Bone-in or boneless. I think bone-in is people's preference. You can get whatever. You can get a small or medium. Small or large hams to accommodate however many folks you're going to be feeding. And you can eat on it for days. Like I said earlier in the show, Hickory Smoked Ham, they smoke it right out back here. You can pull up and smell the hickory. I mean, it just tears you up. Pulled up here and smelled the hickory when I got out of the car. And since it's raining and damp, the smoke stays down instead of going up, so it's kind of hovering. Man, it is good. So anyway, put that big old slab of hot hickory ham on your plate, right beside a big old gob, big old pile of mashed taters and brown gravy. Sister Schubert's rolls, probably a little mac and cheese, some of these little tiny new taters and some cream peas right beside that on the plate. Killing me. I'm hungry already. So anyway, they're taking orders for the hickory smoke. I promise you, if you have a ham from Phil's Dream Pit, hickory smoked ham, you'll never go anywhere else. I can almost guarantee you that. I would stake my claim on that one, because I hear it all the time. People say, man, got that hickory smoked ham from Phil's Dream Pit, I'm not going anywhere else. So once you try it, you're hooked, I can tell you. Quick break. We'll take a look at college basketball. Who's playing where? Full slate today. Big 10 tournament, ACC tournament, Big 12. Of course, the Southeastern Conference, Tennessee in action later today against the Auburn Tigers. Tell you all about who's playing right after this from Phil's Dream Pit on show number 2462. On our way to 2500, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Buddy Michaela Miller from Phil's Dream Pit. Catering. Tell us catering opportunities using Phil's Dream Pit.
Well, where do I start? You call me, you tell me how many people you want. It's $13.99 per person. It'll be a 15% gratuity on top of that with a $200 setup and serve fee. And what that's going to get you is me and a team of 5 or 6, depending on how many I need, will come out. I'll set up my food. I make your sandwiches. We'll serve all your sides. We clean up, get out of your hair, and you never know we were there.
What are the options on the menu?
Pretty much it's open game.
Anything?
Open game.
Yep.
Okay, the hash brown casserole. We don't do the hash brown casserole in bulk or catering at all.
349-6437. Catering opportunities for any event coming up. Give them a call right here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue, catering any event. Call her, ask for Michaela, and let her step you through how she can help you with catering from Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Football. We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles. Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely. New color, all that fun stuff. The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners. Year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this through their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, and readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, Westside and Eastside Elementary. Big thanks to the Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do Readers Are Winners in Elizabethton City Schools.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join London Taylor and yours truly Friday as the Cyclones entertain the Science Hill Hilltoppers at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. Airtime at 3:45, first pitch 4 o'clock, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Hilltoppers. It all starts at 3:45 Friday, audio and video, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show's Redbud winter is what we're going through. Folks say, why the cold snap? Look outside, the redbuds are blooming. So this is the first of 3. Redbud, dogwood, and blackberry. So we got redbud winter here the next couple of days. It's going to warm up tomorrow, so we'll be back up in the 60s. Then our cold snap next week, couple of days. Then we'll warm back up and get a dogwood winter a little bit later in the month, and then blackberry winter in early May when the blackberries bloom. Get a couple of days of cool weather. Then it'll be out of the way. You remember the cutoff, don't plant anything right now till May 10th. That's the old farmer's rule of thumb. In case the frost gets you, so don't put out your maters. Only thing I hate about the beauty right now, and it's beautiful outside. Again, God knew what he was doing. Easter lilies are up, crocuses are up, but problem with that is we'll get bit back next week. We'll be down in the teens a couple of nights. So, is what it is. We can't control it, just to roll with it. So, there you go. All right. College basketball. 3 more teams punched their ticket to the big dance next week. McNeese defeated Stephen F. Austin to win the Southland tournament. In the Patriot League, the Lehigh defeated Boston University. And the Big Sky, Idaho and Montana. So, that's the other one. So, they are, let's see, Big Sky, Patriot, and the Southland. So, McNeese defeated Stephen F. Austin in the Southland tournament. The Patriot, Lehigh, defeated Boston University. And let's see, who won that one, too? They've got to double check who won the game between Idaho and Montana to win the Big Sky tournament. Idaho hadn't been to the dance since 1990. And Montana can go for the second consecutive year they won. I'll have to double check because they played late last night. Hello, Dixie McDuffie. How you doing, lady? We're live here at Phil's Dream, but I think she won. Am I not mistaken? Dixie won a ham out here one time. We gave a ham away a couple of years ago, or a turkey. Unless I'm lost my mind, I'm pretty sure she won a free ham or a free turkey from out here at Phil's. They are awesome. Huh. Can't wait to get off there and give me some smoked turkey. All right, SEC basketball. Here we go. 12:30, which is not that far away. First game today. Number 9 seed Kentucky, 8 seed Missouri going to get with it. Wildcats kind of stumbled, but they won. They beat LSU yesterday. Kentucky will take on Missouri 9 versus 8. The second game at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Tennessee, the number 5 seed, the Volunteers, will take on the 12 seeded Auburn Tigers. Jeff Beverly will be here in a few minutes to give us a SEC preview. The night games tonight will go like this. 15th seeded Ole Miss will take on 7th seeded Georgia. In the nightcap, number 11 seeded Oklahoma will take on the number 6 seed Texas A&M. So the SEC tournament in full throttle now, full gear, high gear if you will. In the Big Ten, who's playing there today? This will start at 11 o'clock. You've got Washington and Wisconsin. We'll check that score. Number 12 seeded Washington, 5th seeded Wisconsin Badgers in the Big Ten tournament starting. In game 2 at 5:30. Oh, I jumped the gun. First game is number 9 Iowa, number 8 Ohio State. They're playing that one right now. We'll get an update on that here in a second. Hello, Johnny Markland. So Iowa, Ohio State, first game of the Big Ten. Second game, Washington, Wisconsin. We just told you that. The night session, you have 15 seeded Northwestern, number 7 seeded Purdue. And then in the last game of the evening, number 6 seeded UCLA will take on number 14 seeded Rutgers in the Big Ten tournament. ACC who plays at noon, Virginia and the Wolfpack and North Carolina State. At 2:30, you've got Miami and Louisville at 2:30. Tonight, under the lights, you've got Duke and Florida State at 7. And North Carolina and Clemson at 9:30 in the ACC tournaments. Good basketball there. They're all good, but that's Duke, Florida State, and North Carolina, Clemson tonight in the evening session of the ACC tournament. Then you go to the Big 12. Who's playing there? At 11:30, it cranked up. We'll give you starting right now, as a matter of fact. Texas Tech and Iowa State. At 2 o'clock, they're playing this in Kansas City. At 2 o'clock in the Big 12 today, Arizona and Central Florida. The night session, Houston, the Cougars, and BYU. That'll be an interesting game there. And then at 8:30, a team that I think's way overrated, and I think you're going to see that come tournament time, Kansas will take on the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian. So that's your Big 12 schedule. 11:30, cranking up right now, Texas Tech, Iowa State. And so we'll keep you posted on those games here until we go off there at 1 o'clock. So we're here again at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue been coming here every month for, 12 years? Come here every month, love it. Man, I'll tell you talk about some good grub. The sides is what, the meat is what it is, but the sides, you have all these really cool options of sides. Baked beans with pulled pork, creamy coleslaw, mac and cheese, macaroni salad, potato salad, hash brown casserole, cheesy hash brown casserole, I might add. Then for dessert, they got banana pudding. And you won't have to look for bananas; they're there. I was at a place not too long ago, and they served banana pudding. It's like, where's the bananas? But here, when they give you banana pudding, you get bananas and you pudding. So, and of course the drinks. You got the Pepsis, cheer wine, and all the different Pepsis, and you also got sweet and unsweet Phil's Dream Pit sweet and unsweet tea, and of course coffee. Get it to go. Sit in and dine with us. You can sit in here and go sit out on the porch. You got the flaps down on the porch. You got the heat on out there today because it's Redbud winter. It's a little cool outside. Not cold, cool. Cold was 2 below a couple of weeks ago. That was cold. But it's cool today, but it feels even cooler because it's been so warm the last couple of days. We showed you we've got Cyclone baseball tomorrow against one of the hottest teams in the area, maybe the hottest team. Science Hill Hilltopper baseball team's out of the gate again for Ryan Edwards. They're loaded for bear, and so we'll see them tomorrow. 3:45 airtime, 4 o'clock first pitch from Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. We got her out of retirement. My granddaughter's going to run the camera for me again so you can see the ball game, video and audio and video tomorrow from, again, Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark, the Cyclones and Science Hill. Then Monday, although it's supposed to be colder and whiz, we've got a game scheduled in Jonesboro against Crockett. Crockett Pioneers in a conference matchup. Elizabethton at 2-3 right now. I think Science Hill's undefeated. Matter of fact, let's go down and see what we got here from yesterday. I know the Cyclones lost 7-1 to Providence. They played down at Westridge High School. So let's see what we got here. While we got a chance to do this, we got our guest coming in here in a second, talking full enchilada. By the way, Danny White has come out on record. I told you it's going to happen. He's not getting rid of Kim Caldwell. So he is not going to, if you start knee-jerking and clamoring to the public's outcry, then all of a sudden they're running the show. So for no other reason, I think Danny White's going to be defiant and say, no, she's not going anywhere, and I don't think she should anyway. This time next year, different story. She's not producing this time next year, or at least making progress. But again, and everybody says, well, you can't make excuses for the schedule. I'm not making excuses about anything. She ain't getting it done. She'll tell you that. So I'm looking up the baseball scores here. Let's see real quick because I want to pass these on to you. Here we go, right here. All right. Let's see. Baseball, what we have from yesterday was, this is today. Yeah, hang on there. Yeah, we need to go back a day, and I'll do that. Yep. Okay, let's go back to 11. There we go. Now we're going to get it for you. These pop-ups. Phew. Don't want softball yet. We'll do that here in a little while. Let's do baseball right here. Here we go. Yep, Providence defeated Elizabethton 7-1. Science Hill, yep, they are undefeated. That's what I was looking for. They beat Brentwood Academy, which is pretty impressive. Brentwood's a powerhouse in baseball every year. Science Hill beat them 7-2. Science Hill beat Daniel Boone 9-2. Tennessee I gets a win over University High 7-6. And Providence Academy shuts out Westridge 19-0. So Providence out of the gate doing pretty good. And that's in baseball from yesterday. That's all we've got. And let's see. Let's go down and pick up softball. Did anybody play softball yesterday in our region? With scores to report. Not on this website, so I'll double check. So anyway, Science Hill, my point to this is they're out of the gate. Playing very good baseball. They're undefeated. We'll see them tomorrow. They won't use their regular pitchers. Junior says Cook pulls up at the end of the third quarter, 41-36, 41-35. Junior's on payroll. Junior's going to get him you know what I'm going to get Junior? I'm going to get him a hickory smoked ham from right here at Phil's for Easter. That's what I'm going to get him in lieu of him being so nice to me. So, Junior, go and get yourself a hickory smoked ham from Phil's Dream Pit, my treat for being my pseudo-employee. He's always send me stuff all the time. I get it at night, get it in the mornings. He's always taking care of me. Plus, he's my Sunday school teacher and does a really good job. All right, quick break. We dodged the bullet in the World Baseball Classic. We'll tell you about it next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry Fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike Dry Fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, you know, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend, attorneys for closing we recommend, and you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Welcome to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live here. Hello, George Young. How you doing, sir? We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. There's the menu when you walk in. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. So they have the sandwiches. You've got the pulled chicken, the pulled pork, the sliced brisket, pulled beef. They've got the Dream Dog, which is a hot dog topped with beans and coleslaw. Man, it's messy, but it's good. Ooh, you can get in and waller on that one. You also have the sampler platter. You can choose either 2 meats or 3 meats and 2 sides. Your meat options on the sampler platter, show it to you right here. There it is, your sampler platter. You get your meats. You have choice of 3 ribs, 4 ounces of brisket, 4 ounces of pork or pork wing, 4 ounces of pulled chicken, which is a lot of food, 4 ounces of pulled beef, chicken drumstick, 4 ounces of pork belly, 4 ounces of smoked turkey, which is out of this world good, or Italian sausage. You add the sides to it. Here's your sides from Phil's Dream Pit. There they are. Here's your options. Baked beans, green beans, hash brown casserole, coleslaw, tater salad, macaroni salad, mac and cheese, or just a bag of chips. Whatever you want is available right here at Phil's Dream Pit. And, of course, they got the food trucks out on the road today, and they also just drove out of the big catering job. I didn't catch where they were going, but they had a van full of food taken to a catering an event, and they do that all the time, and that's really ramping up going into the spring and summer, the warm weather. You got a graduation party, you've got, you name it, graduation party, wedding reception, class reunion, pick it, but just a backyard party, whatever you want, whatever you need the food for. You can get it meat by the pound. They'll cater it for you, come out and set everything up if you want it. To whatever degree you want, they can do. They can come out and set it up and serve it, tear it down, take off. They can bring it, just leave it, and let you serve it. That's the full with the sides and all. If you just want the meat by the pound, you can do that. It's all pretty much what you want. It's just that simple. And then the Dream Packs, that's the other thing we do talk a lot about, but it's worth repeating. Feeds 4 at a time. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef. Comes about $10, anywhere between $9 and $10 a person. Pulled pork feeds 4, includes meat, buns, barbecue sauce, your choice of 3 sides. The Dream Packs, it's a good way to go too. There they are, the Dream Packs. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, half chicken on the bone, sliced beef brisket, Your choice right here. Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Phil's Dream Pit. All right, World Baseball Classic, we dodged a bullet. Italy beat Mexico last night, 9-1. So that lets the Americans back their way into the quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic. They were really kind of holding their breath to see if they're going to be able to get in to the quarterfinals, and we had to depend on Italy to do it because we got too big for our britches, and Mark DeRose, the manager, saw we got this in the bag, and we didn't the other night. Italy beat us. So it's Italy 4-0. The Americans are 3-1. Mexico, Great Britain, and Brazil are out. So the quarterfinals, which start tomorrow, look like this. Pool play is done. Quarterfinals tomorrow, Dominican Republic and Korea, and United States and Canada. Then on Saturday, you got Italy and Puerto Rico and Japan with Shohei Ohtani and the boys taking on Venezuela. Semifinals on Sunday and Monday. The championship is on St. Patty's Day on Tuesday next week. So we're in by the hair of our chin, but we're in. United States will play Canada. The Dominican Republic will take on Korea. That's tomorrow. We'll play tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Fox. On Saturday, the other side of the bracket is Italy and Puerto Rico, as we said, and Japan and Venezuela. So we're still alive in the World Baseball Classic. Some care, some don't. My theory is we're going to go and play, win the darn thing. Just don't show up. If you're going to go, line up, let's get it. Let's win it. Let's bring home the trophy. Don't milly-mouth around, dilly-dally around. Let's go. Let's get on with it. So let's run down, just in case, because some of these games played yesterday. We're going to give you the high school softball and baseball schedule today. Check with your local school to see. Providence Academy at Daniel Boone today. Tennessee High scheduled at Sevier County. Unicoi County scheduled at Dobbins Minute. Science Hill to host Heritage. Crockett's to host Jeff County. We had a lot of rain last night, and the temperatures are cool out there today, as we know. Knox Carter will be at Cherokee. North Green scheduled to Happy Valley. West Ridge scheduled to go to Clinton to battle the Dragons. That's in baseball. And softball scheduled today. Lady Cyclones hosting West Ridge. Elizabeth won yesterday. They're 2-0 out of the gate. And they beat, who did they beat yesterday? I should know this. Beat them 15-1. I know that. Dadgummit, I can't remember who they played. Crockett today in softball plays at East. Happy Valley softball in Unicoi County. Hampton will be at Chucky Doak. University High's ladies hosting Unaka. Providence Academy at CAK. Greenville's Lady Green Devils at Volunteer in softball tonight, scheduled. Granger hosting Cherokee, and Science Hill will be at Lakeway Christian. And Dobbins Minutes playing in the Commando Classic down in Hendersonville today in softball. So that's what's going on there. And again, all that is contingent on the weather, very much weather dependent. Some will play, some won't. They typically play more times than not after rain in softball than do baseball for whatever reason. So maybe the girls are just tougher. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So anyway, that's what's going on today. Oh, I left off soccer. I'm sorry. Soccer today, too. You've got Claiborne at Volunteer. They will play. They'll get after it. They play, and as long as it's not lightning, if it's pouring down the rain, whatever they're doing, they will play. So is that Josh Meisner? It is Josh Meisner. Hello, Josh. Yep, that's him. Josh Meisner's here and out the door. That's cool. Cumberland Gap at Cherokee. Tennessee High soccer at University High. And Elizabethton. Cyclones travel to Morristown East, Mo East, for soccer tonight. So, as you know, unless it's lightning, they will play in soccer tonight. So those will go, they'll play crazy conditions on soccer unless there's lightning. Even in the rain, they play. Just bundle up the fans and they just go out there and go at it. They're tough. Boys soccer in the fall. That's what's going on right now. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We got more for you. Perfect timing. You just walked in the door. Ready for the Big Orange Update. Tennessee takes on Auburn. See how that's going to roll. Get his take. Again, Danny White comes out and says Kim Caldwell's not going anywhere. Didn't think she was. So, but we'll take a look at that. spring football practice. He is a plethora of information. That's you. That's Jeff Beverly. Next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethton Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get to know our family here at Elizabethton as we are seeking to be more like our Lord every day. We're no perfect people, but we're a people that love the Lord and love you. We'd love to get to know you. If you'd like to join us, our times are at 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabettoncoc.org.
Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth and your Cowboy store and so much more. We have shoes and boots for guys and gals. We have kids' boots and shoes for the little people too. Ball caps, Marriott Wrangler, a large selection of Huey. We have purses, billfolds, handbags. We carry a full line of Montana Silversmith jewelry. We have both Lane Frost and Huey cologne and perfumes. We even have several styles of rugs to choose from and a large kids section full of boots and shoes and jeans and dresses and even stuffed animals. And jeans, and more jeans, both work and casual for guys and gals. Ariat Wrangler in all sizes and styles. T-shirts for men, women, and kids. For cold weather, we have fleece tops and sweaters. And racks full of men's shirts, including the George Strait line from Wrangler. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts for men and women. Vests and jackets for the cold days and nights for the guys and the ladies. We have a full line of tack and cowboy hats for cowboys and cowgirls, along with belts and a great selection of saddles. So you see, it is a cowboy store and more. Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street, Elizabethton. Find us on Facebook and at doublecwesternsupply.com. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join London Taylor and yours truly Friday as the Cyclones entertain the Science Hill Hilltoppers at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. Airtime at 3:45, first pitch 4 o'clock, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Hilltoppers. It all starts at 3:45 Friday, audio and video, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are joined by our buddy Jeff Beverly. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, Thomas. How are you?
I'm always appreciative of you coming to the show. He brings a lot to the table.
Thank you.
I know. He brings a lot to the table. Been at this, we say this every time he comes on the show. We've been together off and on 30-plus years.
30-plus years. Well, getting close to 40 now, actually.
Just leave it at 30.
Okay. 30, 40, you know.
Come on.
220, 221.
Jiminy. But we both started when we were 12, so
That's right.
That's how we get it going. So we got lots to talk about. Let's start. We'll get into the guys in a second. Lady Vols, Danny White's come out and said she ain't going anywhere. So I'm okay with that. What's your take?
I think so. I mean, 2 years inherited situation with not only the Lady Vols, current Lady Vols, but with the transfer portal and all the stuff. It's just a tough time to try to put together a program in terms of people looking for other opportunities. And maybe that'll play in our favor going into next year. We'll see if they can get some good transfer portal players to come in. But I think what has been frustrating for Tennessee fans is they'll play good for a half.
Oh yeah, and it disappeared.
And then they just disappear the second half.
I agree.
And that's frustrating. You don't know whether that's other teams making adjustments at halftime and then them not being able to readjust, or if it's the kids just getting tired. I think some of the players get a little tired of switching in and out so much. And there was questions, if you remember when she was hired, some people questioned would that type of system work at this level of college basketball, SEC, national level. I think there's been mixed reviews so far whether that system works or that type of system works. She's committed to it, obviously. I did hear someone call into a radio show in Knoxville last week who was a Marshall fan and had known her and watched her at Marshall 2 years ago, and said she appears to be just a totally different type person. I mean, when she was at Marshall, everything was sort of upbeat. The team was upbeat. Last half of this year, it's been totally different. just in her countenance and her expressions and so forth. He said he noticed a huge difference
Oh,
in her in
absolutely.
the last 6 weeks.
Pressure's on.
So the pressure's on, and so she's never had this kind of pressure, obviously, before in a coaching situation. So I hope she can make it. I think she's obviously a lot of basketball knowledge. You know, she's got a good personality for the coach and all that kind of thing, and good representative and all that. But you got to be able to produce on the court. It's a
Performance-based
bottom line.
business.
It's a performance-based business, and
Absolutely.
everybody knows that. If you
Yep.
if you go into coaching, you know that.
Yep.
And so, and I, a lot of times when the athletic director comes out and gives a vote of confidence, it's like a kiss of death. But in this case, I don't think it is.
No.
I think it legitimately should, because we talked about it. She got another good recruiting class coming in next year. One of the top players in the country coming in next year. Now, roster retention is going to be a key for her right now, because some of these freshmen that played a lot this year, the Paldo twins and some others, they played a lot. Are they going to be willing to stick it out? And try to rebuild the program back. And we're close to what it was. We'll see. I'm pulling for her, as all Tennessee fans are pulling for her, obviously. And we'll see where they go in the NCAA. They're probably going to be a pretty low seed for them.
You think they'll go? Think they'll make it?
I think they'll make it.
Yeah.
Just because, when you start getting that many teams, you really drop off in terms of quality when you get down that level. So I think they'll make it. Because if you get, if she wasn't playing SEC teams, they'd probably have a little more success. That's a gauntlet every week to play in that conference. So she gets to play some other teams, she might have some success, maybe win a game or two. If it ends up that they go to the UCLA regional, which is sort of projected, they'd have to beat UCLA at UCLA to get beyond that, which will be tough. But we'll see. Brackets come out Sunday night, and then we'll have a better feel for if they go, which I think they will, and then what kind of potential success they might have.
As I said before we got here, earlier in the show, we're here live at Phil's Dream Pit, by the way, and as I said, and I think I'm right, he's pretty defiant. If you, as an athletic director, begin to let the fan base direct the direction of your program, and the outcry is get rid of her, and you listen to that every time. I'm not saying she certainly is not without fault, but I would think that he would say, this is my lady, we're gonna ride this out for another year or so, which is pretty much what he's done. But my point is, if you start knee-jerking what everybody wants you to do, then all of a sudden the fans are running your program, and you can't have that. You got to leaders lead. You got to stand up. So now, does she need to make changes? And well, yeah. I mean, it's not where it needs to be. The unfair criticism, in my opinion, and I'm a Marshall guy. That's where she came from. She's from West Virginia, so I'm going to take up for her. I'm going to tell you right up front. So I'm going to defend her because I think she's a good coach. I think that the yahoos out there that want to run her off don't know the whole story. And so if you're going to compare her, you can't compare her to Pat Summitt. It's like comparing anybody to Bear Bryant. I mean, any John Wooden, you can't
do that.
But you can compare her, and you should, to Kelly Harper and Holly Warlick.
Or other coaches now.
Absolutely, no question. But to compare to Summitt, it's apples and oranges. We talked about this last week. When Summitt was in the SEC, and that's no knock on her coaching because she is who she is, but the SEC wasn't anywhere close.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, back then you had Louisiana Tech, you had Texas with Jody Conrad, you had Tara Vander
at Stanford,
and you had Tennessee.
Vivian Stringer at Rutgers.
There you go. And then all of a sudden UConn started coming on, but the SEC, top to bottom, was not a strong basketball conference per se, like it is now.
And they are now because of Pat Summitt.
Oh yeah, like it is now.
Because she raised the level, and the other people had to come up to her level.
No question, she revolutionized the game. So if you're going to compare her, and you can, because I mean it's, as you said, and you're right, it's a performance-based business. We got coaches getting fired every day. Boston College, Syracuse men's coach has been let go. The Florida women's coach got let go. She was 93 and 75, but 30 and 50 in the SEC, so she got let go. So it is a performance-based business, but if you're going to compare Caldwell compared to the coaches that are realistically there, which would be Holly Warlick and Kelly Harper, post Pat Summitt era. So anyway, she's going to stick. Hello, Carolyn Bailey. Hello to Lynn Ann Huff. That's a brand new name. Thank you, ladies. Hello to Brandy Adams. I think that's no, that's not a new name. She's been on before. Thank you for watching the show. We're here at Phil's Dream Pit. You pull in the parking lot, you smell the smoker.
Oh, man, that smells good.
Oh, it's killing me. As soon as I pulled in, I was thinking, can I eat first and then do the show? No, got to do the show first. All right, so yesterday, but believe you me, at 1 o'clock, don't get in my way. I'm going to the counter to order because I'll run over you because I'm hungry. Kentucky, Missouri. Kentucky kind of stumbled yesterday, but they won. I think it was 5 or 7 point win over LSU. So they've got Missouri at 12:30. Number 9, Kentucky. Number 8, Missouri. Tennessee and Auburn get to that in a second. They'll take on the Tigers against Stephen Pearl, making a name, obviously, for himself, post Bruce Pearl. Auburn and Tennessee at 3 o'clock. Tennessee, the number 5 seed. Auburn, the number 12 seed. Then the night games will be 7-seeded Georgia and 15-seeded Ole Miss, and 11-seeded Oklahoma and 6-seeded Texas A&M will play each other. So let's start with Kentucky, Missouri, coming up at 12:30. That's the first one. Kentucky won it, wasn't overly impressive. Missouri was waiting in the wings for them. So who wins that game?
You know, Kentucky's been so up and down this year.
Oh, very much so.
At the games that they played well, they played really well. But then at the times where they've not played well, you know, they've been their standard deviation would be very high between their pluses and their minuses. But you know, Missouri's had a day to rest. The thing about Kentucky is their Big Blue Nation will fill that arena.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like a Kentucky home game
Like a
in
home
Nashville.
game. Yep.
That's just the way Kentucky fans are, and so that'll give them a big boost. But we'll see if they can sort of bounce, like you said, a sort of a lackluster performance against LSU last night.
Mm-hmm.
They won, but you know they didn't look very good doing it, to be honest. I'm not sure Pope is the long-term solution for them. If you read all the Kentucky boards and hear a lot of their chat, a lot of people aren't real pleased with him as a coach. So, and you know, Dennis Gates has been up and down Missouri. Missouri's been pretty solid though, but they've been a little more consistent, I think, than Kentucky. They've had a couple of stinkers like everybody, but they've been a little more consistent than Kentucky. But you know, probably Kentucky just has a knack for winning in the tournament. So I'll probably go with Kentucky winning this one. Although I think Missouri is a very good team.
I think Kentucky, when I watch them, and I don't watch them much, but when I do watch them and catch glimpses, it looks like they play to their competition. If there's a world beater, they kind of play up. If it's a so-so team, they kind of play right along with them. They don't have that killer instinct. Now, my buddy Gary Rowe over in Elizabethton, Pastor Rowe, who's a huge even when he comes on the show, he's got his blue shirt on. That's how serious he is. He says he hears amongst the brethren back in Kentucky where he's from that Bruce Pearl may get tapped to be the new coach, and I guess it could happen. But he said, you know, there's some serious talk about Pearl coming out of retirement to be the coach of Kentucky, which would be one of those signature jobs. You get that, but I thought he was going to get into the political arena, but
I think he'll still end up in the political arena eventually. I don't see him going to it could happen. Yeah. I don't see him going to Kentucky for two reasons. One, there was so much bad blood with him when he was at Tennessee, particularly when he was at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see him going into a league where he has to play his son once or twice or three times a year.
That's a very good point.
Because he is all about helping Stephen get his coaching career going and
be successful.
Yeah. And I don't see him doing that. I might be wrong, but I don't see him doing that. But I would be surprised if that happens. But Kentucky is one of the plush jobs, obviously, in the nation. So if they do move on from Pope, which they probably won't. I mean, Kentucky's had a decent year. You know, they've won 20 games, so they're not horrible. They've just been inconsistent. But should they move on from Pope, it'll be interesting to see who they can pull from another school to go there.
So not just Tennessee, but all these fan bases and all these schools, how many of those do you feel like live in la-la land with unrealistic expectations? I mean, you can't – everybody wants to win today, and I get that. Transfer portal, NIL, and I get all that. But sometimes it takes a while to develop a program. Not everybody can win today. So how many of these fan bases live in la-la land, like Kentucky's and Tennessee's?
A lot of them do. And then you get an experience like Cignetti going to Indiana and winning a national championship in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
That really changes expectations. That really resets the bar.
Puts pressure on everybody.
He
can do it. How come my guy can't do it?
Exactly
right.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, but there are a lot of fanatical fan is short for fanatical, you know. So there's a lot of those fan bases out there, and certainly the SEC is full of them. But I think a lot of schools are full of those kind of fans, and Kentucky's one though, like you said, would have lots of pressure. Whoever takes that job, that's as much pressure as any basketball coach in the country.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit. Thank you, Junior Campbell. Cookeville wins their game, 55-44. He's tracking the girls' state tournament for us. Still standing. Cock County won yesterday. They'll play tomorrow. So the Big Red, they won a big one by 10. Very impressive win. Daniel Boone had a terrible shooting game, and they got eliminated. And so still left later on today in single A's, North Green, Lady Huskies sent 3 down, 1-1. One got eliminated, and one is yet to play today. So that's the state basketball tournament. Hello, Andy up in West Virginia. How you doing? Thank you for watching. I have nothing to base this on. Just an old gut feeling, and most of the time my gut backfires on me. But something tells me this Georgia team, and I don't know why, got nothing again to base it on. Something tells me they're going to be the sleeper, the surprise team. They got Ole Miss a little bit later on. They'll play that in the evening session, and the other one's Oklahoma, Texas A&M. 4 games today at Bridgestone. The one we want to key in on because you'll give us a good preview. Number 5 seeded Tennessee, number 12 seeded Auburn. They tip it up at 3 o'clock at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. What do you think? What's preview on Auburn and what's preview on this game?
Well, the latest word is Nate Amen is going to play. Don't know how much he'll play coming back from the injury, but as much as anything, Amari Evans is also nursing an ankle that he hurt a little bit. So that's 2 of Tennessee's prize freshmen, especially Amen. He's missed the last 3 games, I guess. Have him back at least somewhat, get him back in the flow, and really have him ready for next week when they start the NCAA.
Yep. So here's my question. You're a big basketball guy, big sports guy. So how critical is it to have him ready today to play in Auburn, knowing that you are going to play next week? You're going to go somewhere in the NCAA tournament. And I would think probably, I'm guessing, probably a 10th seed up somewhere. I would say between 3 and 10. No, I'll drop it down. Probably between 4 and 10. Somewhere through there they're going to go. They're going to get a pretty good seeding, I would think. So how critical is it to have him out there today playing at all? I mean, I guess you got to keep him out there to keep him fresh and get the momentum, but how much do you use him, and how critical is to have him out there for this SEC tournament?
I think he even narrowed it down for, I think, Tennessee's 24 and a 6 seed. I don't think they'll go above a 6.
Okay.
Don't think they'll go above 4. I think the only way they'll go above 4 is make it to the finals of the SEC tournament. But, most of those decisions are baked in on Saturday night. And so Sunday's games really mean almost nothing in terms of seeding.
You're right.
That's been a lot of pressure. It's done for TV revenue. We know why, but there's been a lot of pressure to move all the conference championships this Saturday. The ACC moved theirs to Saturday a few years ago. Because if you get a team that makes a run and wins a championship, it messes up your automatic bids a little bit. So if you wait till late Sunday afternoon to do that, and they got to come on at 6 with the complete field, it gives them a very little time to make any adjustments. So I think Tennessee's a 4 or a 6, between a 4 and a 6, probably a 5, to be honest. I think they're a 5 seed. I don't know that they're going to move it much. I don't think they'll really drop below a 5, to be honest. They could. They could move to a 4. So there's not a whole lot to play on. Going back to your question, not a lot to play for really in terms of seeding. I think you want everybody healthy as they can possibly be going into next week. So I think they'll play Amen a little bit, let him test his ankle a little bit. But then they're competitors. And you get into you may go into, well, if we don't win, it's not a big deal because we got the bigger tournament next week. But yeah, when you get out there on the court, your juices start flowing.
Yep.
And then you think, these guys are not going to lay down, but you don't know from a strategic standpoint how much they'll really force the ball to Amen. As an example, Auburn's not a very good defensive team, really. They don't have a lot of inside presence. Tennessee's been liking to go inside a lot. So they'll probably continue to do that with Estrella and Okpara and Carey. And if Auburn is shooting the 3 really well, then there'll be a high-scoring game kind of thing. But if Auburn's struggling with the 3, Tennessee probably will handle them even if they don't really mean to kind of thing. But it'll be interesting to see all these tournaments. You never know when you get in a tournament basketball. As you know, you've been watching it for as long as I have. You just never know what's going to happen in a tournament game.
So Kim Mulkey said, don't need to have a conference tournament championship. I'm hearing more and more coaches coming out and saying for this very reason. You use Amen for a prime example. We got to get ready for what really counts is the big show next week. Our goal is win a national championship. SEC tournament's okay. Looks good, sounds good, but what we want to do is win the big one and get in and make a deep run and ultimately the goal is, of course, to win the national championship college basketball. So more and more coaches are coming out and saying skip the conference tournament. It's nothing more than a moneymaker for the town and for the TV ratings and what have you. Agree or disagree?
It is, and you know, if people remember, the SEC didn't have a tournament for a long time. '79 was the first year they brought the tournament back because the ACC was starting to have so much success with their tournament, TV revenue and so forth. So they said, you know, there's a revenue stream that we're missing out on. So they brought it back in '79. Tennessee actually won it in '79. The first year it was back. They beat Kentucky in the final that year. Gary Carter from Science Hill was a big factor on that '79 team. But anyway, a lot of people I think are feeling that way, and in a related way in the football championships, conference championships, especially if they expand the playoffs. Then the conference championships in football are even less meaningful. So you get Ament ready, Amari Evans ready for Tennessee to play Auburn but your big goal is next week. Absolutely, and so I wouldn't play him a lot. In fact, I doubt Evans will even play, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Ament will play just because he hasn't played in 2 weeks, just to sort of get his cardio back a little bit, get him back in the flow of things a little bit. I don't expect him to play a lot of minutes. Like he's been playing 30 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that. I'll be surprised if he's anywhere near that today.
Hello down to Rick watching in Pensacola. How you doing, sir? We got Jimmy down in Atlanta watching. We got Andy in West Virginia. Got Junior in Hampton or Elizabeth watching. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. So some would say, okay, Tennessee's tanking it. Well, they're not tanking it. They're playing for. I mean, the way I look at it, you're going to get Ament out there, get him some minutes. Evans maybe some because he got that bum ankle. But again, I keep going back. It's a broken record. The goal is next week. March Madness.
Absolutely.
And the SEC tournament is okay, but it's a springboard to the big dance, and that's what you want. You want everybody hitting on all cylinders for the tournament. It's real simple.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Tennessee plays Auburn at 3 o'clock today. The other game getting ready to start up Kentucky, Missouri at 12:30, all at Bridgestone Arena. Look, it's a big money maker for the city of Nashville.
It's huge for Nashville.
Oh, all these teams, look.
Especially as long as Kentucky stays in it. The longer Kentucky stays in it, or Tennessee.
Big South had the tournament here last week in Johnson City, a $6 to $7 million economic
That's impressive, isn't it?
So Johnson City felt the effects of the Big South tournament to the tune of $6 to $7 million. So
wow,
economic impact.
I'm not seeing an economic impact analysis for Nashville, but if the Big South is that much here, it's going to be probably 25 or 30 million or more for Nashville.
Because more people are going to come to Nashville because it's Nashville.
Much bigger,
bigger fan bases.
Much bigger fan base, much bigger arena.
So
more expensive to stay in Nashville.
I'm sure.
More expensive to eat in Nashville than it is here. So
what about the tickets are for the tournament? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
I'm sure they're at least 150, 175 each.
Minimum.
Per session.
And if you're down where the Jeff Beverly set, see, I'm the poor white guy.
I would just like to get in for SRO, standing room only.
I'm in the PWB section. I'm the poor white boy section. I'm way up there. Now the Beverlys, him and Mrs. Beverly, they're down there. You'll see them on national television and behind the bench.
Ain't there some truth in advertising or something?
So anyway, Tennessee's got Auburn. The other 4 seeds play tomorrow in the double bye. You've got tomorrow going on. You've got Florida. You've got hit me with them. Florida,
Arkansas, Alabama, and
Vanderbilt.
Yeah. So in the past though, you get that double bye, which you think you sort of want. Like in Tennessee's case, that would have been give an extra day for Ament to sort of heal up, but you don't play for 2 days. You got the other teams have been to the arena. They played 1 or 2 games in there. So they're a little more familiar with the lighting and the depth perception.
Got the juice going.
A bit. Sometimes it's harder for these teams to get the double byes to play. I think right now Florida is just head and shoulders above everybody else in the conference. So I'll be surprised if they don't win it, just because I think they're that much better.
I got them to be winning. I'm not so sure they don't win the national championship.
I'm not so sure either. Yeah,
they are hitting on all cylinders right now.
They are. They're really good. They're really good.
Florida's hot right now. So. All right, let's take a look before we let you go. I know you're busy, and I appreciate you coming. I'm going to feed him, too. Let's take a look at Tennessee baseball. What's going on with the ball baseball right now?
Well, they started a big first series of the conference this weekend at Georgia. And Georgia's really good. They're ranked as high as 6 in one of the polls, so Georgia's really, really good as well. Well, we say that about the SEC in every sport, right? But Georgia's really good. Daniel Jackson, their catcher, is leading the nation in home runs. He's got 14 home runs already.
Really?
So, yeah. So and their pitcher was the pitcher of the week. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Vigue. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but he was pitcher of the week last week. nationally. So they're strong. If Tennessee can go down and I mean, of course, you want to win a series for sure, but if they can win one game, that would be a good start to the SEC on the road at Georgia. Come back home next weekend to Missouri, and Missouri is not as good as maybe they've been in the past, so they should have a good home series next weekend. Had an interesting series with Wright State, and we talked about that last week. Wright State's a very good team. Tennessee had won 2 one-run games Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday Wright State won 6-0. So, shut out Tennessee, which that's Tennessee hasn't been shut out in a long time.
It gets your attention.
So let's put it to a non-conference team. But anyway, they bounced back, and scored 20 runs against Tennessee Tech there Tuesday night. So got the bats going a little bit. Pitching, they've got a couple of newcomers of Blanco, and he came in from Rutgers, and has been very good so far for them. Of course, Tegan Coons, a Friday night starter, was there last year. He's been very good. Tracy Taylor, a freshman, has pitched the last couple of Tuesday night games.
Great
there
name.
you go, Taylor. He's a freshman. He's looked really strong. He actually plays two-way. He actually bats when he pitches. So a little bit unusual there in this day and time. But they're getting Henry Ford, the transfer from Virginia, is playing third. He's leading the team in home runs. Blaine Brown, transfer from Rice. He's looked phenomenal at times. He's been a bit of a slump, but he's like 6'5", 200. He's a great athlete. He's going to be really good. Reese Chapman, the lone senior, the lone returner really from last year's team that played a lot. He had a grand slam the other night, so he's batting I think about 345, something like that for the year. He's having a pretty good senior year so far, playing a really good right field. Jay Abernathy has let off some. He's super fast on the base pass. He's played second. He's played center field. He's been leading off a lot. He's the kind of guy you just want to get him on base to start a game, then let him run. He scored from first on a double the other night and was absolutely flying. So he's an impressive player. And Levi Clark, he's not gotten off to a great year yet, but he's got a lot of potential. And then they're getting Garrett Wright. They got back from injury, transfer from Bowling Green. He's looked great so far. He's really looked solid. He plays center field. He can catch. He set the Wright State record for being hit by pitch.
Really?
In 2 years. And he's already been hit by pitch, I think, 6 times at Tennessee. So it's just something about it. He's like a ball magnet. And I think he crowds the plate a little bit. So he's right up on top of the plate, but he has been hit a lot already. So we'll see if he breaks the Tennessee record. He probably will.
Junior Campbell says in 2025, the economic impact on Nashville last year, $26.6 million.
Wow.
SEC tournament. So, yeah, they want it there.
Absolutely.
They don't care about who Ament plays. This one don't play. They want bodies in Bridgestone Arena, bodies in the hotels and restaurants in Nashville. Of course, Nashville's a drawing card.
It's a destination city,
sure,
for a lot of reasons. But yeah.
Lady ball softball, what's going on there?
Well, they're still undefeated. They started back, I think, at 11:30 today for a game that got suspended yesterday because of weather. They were ahead of in I think Lipscomb in Nashville, 10-0 in the bottom of the second.
They can play, can't they?
They can play. They had a great series against LSU. Home first SEC series at home. One came from 4-0 deficits on Saturday and Sunday to win. Sunday hit a walk-off 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th. So it was an exciting game. Softball's so fast. I mean, the field's so much more compacted. The ball just gets to the players quick. It's a fun sport to watch. But so far they're undefeated. Now the issue going forward is Carlin Pickens' shoulder. She didn't play at all against LSU. Didn't pitch at all. Don't know how long they're going to hold her out to let her heal completely. If they have to sacrifice, a few games early on, I think it's worth it for her, being the pitcher she is, to make sure she's 100% back with that arm, because she's one that can carry you through to Oklahoma City and to the final game.
So when you want her ready for the tournament. So
yep.
She has to sit out the season or better parts of the season, get her ready. That's what you want. So again, we're here live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Again, they're taking orders now with the hickory smoked hams for Easter, which is in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. April the 5th is
about 3 weeks.
3 weeks out.
Yeah.
So they are taking orders right now, either bone-in or boneless ham, small or large, to fit the needs you have to feed the gang. Also, they're going to be doing smoked turkey breast as well for Easter as well. Not everybody likes ham. Some like turkey. So They're a phone call away, 349-6437. I was thinking about knowing you were going to be on the show driving over. I thought, for the strength coach to leave Indiana, the national championship football program, and come to Tennessee, I'm sure they gave him a boatload of money to come, but still, to walk away from the national champion, Indiana Hoosier football program, to come to Tennessee and be the strength coach for the Volunteers, that's quite a compliment.
It is, and if anybody's not seen the interviews with him so far, they're very impressive.
They're impressive.
They're impressive. That guy is all about it. He was with Heupel at UCF back in 10 years ago, and so he's always kept up with Coach Heupel and has a lot of respect for him and a lot of admiration and that kind of thing. So I think that was a big factor, obviously, in him coming here. But he brought an entire staff with him. He's not just strength, but he's nutrition and rest and all those kind of things. And man, he is so into it. I think you're going to see such a huge difference in Tennessee this year. I really do. And maybe I'm have orange-colored glasses on, but I think as much as any change, it's going to be him, and to bring in and just to change the conditioning and just change their. He said they're nowhere near where they're going to be by fall, and they've had a rough 6 weeks, but they're nowhere near where they're going to be by this fall. I think he's going to be such a huge difference for the team. I really do.
He says we're not going to be passive. We're going to take it to them.
Yeah,
we're going to be coming at you,
coming after him. Yeah, and that's. And if I've seen the video clips of some of the winter workouts, and man, they're straining. Oh, they're straining big time. They're really going. And spring practice starts Monday for Tennessee, and the Orange-White game's April 11th, I think, something like that. So they'll go through 3 or 4 weeks of practice here, then they'll have an Orange and White game coming up. So
practice starts Monday.
Practice starts Monday. Spring practice starts Monday.
For all the naysayers out there, Josh Heupel. But you look in the coaching circles, I mean, from a respect standpoint, this guy's, he's not flashy.
No.
But he's very well respected in the coaching circles.
And you hear so many of the new coaches come in, and they talk about one of the big factors is being able to work with Coach Heupel. And, he's a family-oriented kind of guy. He always has his kids out there. And so I think that the culture and the atmosphere around Tennessee right now is pretty strong. And I think that's what's attracting, a lot of these, Knowles and these other coaches that have come in. And if anybody's not seen the interviews with these other coaches, they're impressive too.
Oh, yes.
That's an impressive group of coaches Tennessee has put together this offseason. So I'd encourage anybody to go out on YouTube with Mike Keith's show or Austin Price's Beyond the Orange series. A lot of these coaches have been interviewed. They're very impressive. So I think just continuing to build Coach Heupel's culture and really bring Tennessee back, to where the fans want them to be and where they have been in the past for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the strength coach said, we're going to plow people under. We're coming at you this year. Well, okay, I like that. He said, we're coming.
Well, look what we did with Indiana, and especially like Mendoza and some of these people who he just transformed them into amazing athletes, and then they've had obviously an incredibly successful year. I'm sure Cignetti was not happy with losing Coach Owens to Tennessee, but I think for Tennessee it's going to pay off.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question. I think it already is. And thanks for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Glad to be here.
He's a good one. So our buddy Jeff Beverly, the Big Orange Update, you want to know what's going on in Tennessee, he'll bring it to you. He knows. He's got his finger on the pulse. He knows that what he's talking about. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We've got we get an update on what's going on in some of the tournaments. Got a game started at 11 o'clock in the Big 12. Tell you about that. Kentucky and Missouri starts in about 9 minutes, and we've got Jeff Beverly here. We've got Jeff Birchfield coming. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this in Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Michaela Miller, one of our great sponsors at Phil's Dream Pit. Springtime events coming up. Bible schools, class reunions, wedding receptions, you name it. How can you help us in the springtime?
Meat, bulk orders, meat by the pound. Come out, order some pulled pork, get you some buns, maybe a side or two.
Let's talk Dream Packs. Tell us about the Dream Packs.
Dream Packs, we start at 4, go as big as you need. Honestly, as big as you need. I got one tomorrow for 104. Pulled pork, 3 sides. We do offer pork, chicken, pulled beef, brisket. We even do the half chickens on the bone. But yeah, you get the meat, 3 sides, sauce, and buns.
Phone number to call is 349-6437 for the Dream Packs. Feeds 4 at a time, and you can do as many as you want. Then you talk about meat by the pound. Got something coming up. You just want the meat. Tell us about the meat by the pound. How's that work?
We pretty much 1 pound will, 1 pound will feed 4. Comes out to about $15.99 per pound.
What's
We
my
got-
options on the meat?
Really, when you do it by the meat, you can do anything: ribs, half chickens, pork, brisket, turkey, chicken. We even got Italian sausage and jalapeno, cheddars.
There you go.
Really, anything we can do in bulk.
It's all right here. Dream Packs or Meat by the Pound. You got an event coming up. You need some help. It's a phone call away. 423-349-6437. The Quest for Perfect Barbecue. Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star X of Interstate 26. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Smith from Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Things that you do, maybe some things folks don't realize you do at PTS.
So a lot of people think that we hang our hat on sports and providing sports coverage, which we do, and we do a very good job with that. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but there's a reason that we've been doing this since 1976, and we continue to be the go-to people for this. But some of the things that we treat that people don't realize that we treat is just generalized deconditioning. People that aren't able to get up out of chairs, people that aren't able to work, people that want to be able to go and see their grandkids play sports, but they can't make it from the parking lot into the stadium. So we help people do that. Vertigo. We do a lot of vertigo work and a lot of dizziness work. We're one of the few vertigo from the American Balance Institute, one of the few vertigo clinics within the state of Tennessee. We do a fantastic job with that as well. And the other thing is, because we've been in business for so long, we are very well integrated within the healthcare system of Northeast Tennessee and outside of Northeast Tennessee. So if we can't help you, we can refer you to the right people that can provide you with the appropriate care.
Awesome. A lot of things. Website, how do we find your website? What's there?
PTSTN.net. You'll find our information, contact information. We're currently redoing our website, trying to make it better and updated. Really, the best way to get in touch with us is to call us or stop by, set up for a consultation, and we can point you in the right direction. Whether we're pointing back at us to get you taken care of, or we are pointing you to one of our fellow clinics and fellow physicians.
Phone number is
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, PTS, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our next guest, we bring him in thanks to Jeff Beverly coming, and now Mr. Birchfield's in the house. Good morning, sir. Now, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir.
You want to hold it?
That might be easier.
Yeah, he's all right. Hang on here. Don't grab it. Just snap cords, and he'll
All right,
take us off there.
We'll be good there.
You got so good enough right there?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Plenty of slack.
Plenty. That's a country song. Plenty of slack, baby. What'd you get, Jeff? You got what? Pulled pork? Hash brown casserole. Oh, baby. What do you like eating when you get here? Because I know you're going to eat.
I like the pulled pork. I like the pulled chicken. I like the ribs. I like the brisket. I like the chili. I like the macaroni salad. I like the hash brown casserole.
So I called him last night. Where you at tomorrow? Phil's. Yep. That's all I had to say. Yep. I'm coming. So there you go.
I'm like the old plant in Irwin. I'm like a Hoover vacuum cleaner when I come in.
Oh, hello, Pats and Lions. How you doing? We're here live again at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. So Tara told me, okay, you get bone-in and boneless ham choices for Easter. Hickory smoked ham, you can't beat it, I'm telling you. And you have bone-in and boneless. You can pick them in small, medium, large, or extra large as far as size of the ham, based on how many folks you want to feed for Easter. And so they are taking orders now, 349-6437. A hickory smoked ham from Phil's Dream Pit is absolutely out of this world. So, all right, let's take NASCAR. We'll get into some basketball coming up here in a few minutes. NASCAR, the boys are in Vegas this week for the Pennzoil 400. So what's your take on the season so far?
Well, it wasn't a huge surprise. I think I had it in the paper last week that Ryan Blaney is most likely to break Tyler Reddick's streak. And, of course, I wasn't going out on a limb. The Penske cars are always good at Phoenix, and they're also very good at Las Vegas. I think Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney's two of the favorites there. Last year, Josh Berry won in a Wood Brothers car, which is sort of a satellite team anymore for Team Penske. And then, obviously, Austin Cindric, I think he'll have a pretty good shot out there, too. That's pretty fast, mile-and-a-half track. The Hendrick cars typically run well out there, too, especially William Byron and Kyle Larson. Those two are always tough at Las Vegas.
Alex Bowman's out. I saw where he's going to be pulled for Justin Allgaier because he has vertigo. Now, I can't imagine trying to drive a race car with vertigo. That's serious stuff.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard to see him being back by Bristol, to be honest with you. And that's, a track where vertigo would be probably about your worst, going around there so fast. Yeah, Justin Allgaier. Last week, I know Anthony Alfredo, who's done some of the simulation driving, for Hendrick, was the driver who replaced him. And I know possibly Rajah Caruth might actually even get a shot or two of coming up and driving that 48 car.
So Bowman's out. He's still in the Rick Hendrick camp, of course, and they said we're going to be behind him 100% to get him back ready to go. But Allgaier will be doing it this coming weekend at the Pennzoil 400 in Vegas. So my guy, that's his home track. Can he do good this week, Kyle Busch?
That's probably going to be a more challenging track than some for him there, because just the way unless they can find some more speed in that number 8 car and number 3 car of Austin Dillon, they're going to have a tough time keeping up there at Vegas.
So he just doesn't have the equipment. Is that what the problem is?
Yeah,
he can still drive a car.
He can still. Well, he obviously showed he can still drive. He won that truck race at Atlanta a couple of weeks ago.
Good point.
Yeah, he's not. He's probably not quite the level he was a few years ago, but he's still. I'm sure if you put him in top-notch equipment, he's going to win the race for you.
And he didn't have top-notch equipment, to say the least.
No, not at all right now. The Childress team's struggling at the moment for sure.
So, again, we told you Bowman's out. Allgaier is in now for the Vegas race. So I want to get it's right here somewhere. Here it is right here. The standings right now in NASCAR. Points. Tyler Reddick. We stopped today. I say this every time, but we're not going to stop. It's only race 4 out of 26. We got a lot to go down the road, to say the least. Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Shane Van Gisbergen, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Michael McDowell, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, A.J. Allmendinger, Carson Hocevar, Ty Gibbs, and Brad Keselowski are your top 16. On the outside looking in, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Preece, Zane Smith, and our guy, or my guy, Kyle Busch. So that's where we are right now. So, I find about Busch is everybody booed him. Now they don't boo him as much. I think people respect him as a driver and as a dad, bringing his kid along. So I don't hear the boos and the negativity that I once did.
Well, and that tends to happen with all of them. If you remember, Darrell Waltrip used to get booed out of the building whenever he was winning all the time. Rusty Wallace, some of those guys, and the longer they go on and don't win as many races, and people appreciate them. I saw our preseason bets as far as guys we're picking for the championship. Looks like they're tied in points right now with Christopher Bell and Joey Logano.
Yep, they are. I saw where Logano shaved his head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was interesting. I looked at him the other night and I thought, that looks like Logano had his shell jacket on or his shell uniform. I thought it is Joey Logano. When did he shave his head?
Oh, it was before the season. He showed up in Daytona with that and like the goatee and all that now. So
Wow.
different look for young Joey.
Young Joey, yep. Now Daddy Joey. So, yep, my guy Logano is Christopher Bell tied right there in points for 6th and 7th place right now. So your other guy you said was who?
Tyler Reddick's my
Tyler
wild
Reddick.
card.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
doing pretty well right now.
He's so cocky. Okay, and my guy ain't doing so well right now, Kyle Busch. So anyway, it's good. Any surprise in that list?
Yeah, well, big surprise. SVG, they're 5th in points. You know, we know how good he is on the road courses, but he's starting to get these ovals figured out. And then Michael McDowell, another guy who's really better known for his road course racing. Of course, McDowell is good, though, on those drafting tracks like Daytona and Atlanta, so I guess that shouldn't be that big of a surprise with him.
So tell me about Ryan Priest and Zane Smith. Those guys are on the outside looking in, but you don't hear much about those two guys.
Well, you know, Priest is in the same equipment as Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski, but now that RFK racing team's been pretty solid here with those 3 guys in the top 18 right now, and Buescher especially up there 9th in points. And then Zane Smith, I think he gets, you know, all he can out of the front row motorsports cars. So, you know, and that's owned by Bob Jenkins, who's out of Dandridge.
Girls state tournament right now. Thank you, Junior. Into the first quarter, Bartlett and the Bearden Lady Bulldogs are tied at 14. And so yesterday it was Boone losing, Cog County winning, and North Green will play later on today in the single A tournament. So pulling for them. Did you cover the Bucks?
I
over
did
Nashville?
cover the Bucks. I covered that amazing game on Sunday where they come from, you know, 17 points down to beat Western Carolina, and then they couldn't do the same against Furman once they got down, which a lot of people have said throughout the season once Furman gets healthy, they really thought they were the best team in the Southern Conference, but, you know, they had some injuries, including their best player, Cooper Bowser, the big 6'11 guy, was hurt, you know, a lot of the year. He played out here in Johnson City, played a little over half the game, but that's a game. ETSU, even in that one in Johnson City, had to come from 15 points down to come back and beat Furman in overtime.
So you're down 17 to Western Carolina on Saturdays. That take a lot of gas out of the tank to turn around and play on Sunday after exerting so much energy to get back and win the game?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it did, you know, and all, because, I mean, that was such an emotional game and just a great atmosphere for that one. Would have been a great atmosphere for Monday night, too, I think, if that had been a more competitive game, because the place was absolutely packed over there.
So a lot of Buck fans in Asheville, to say the least.
Yeah, I think even on Monday, you know, it's pretty much equal driving distance from Greenville, South Carolina to Asheville and Johnson City, Asheville, but I think you had slightly more Buck fans, probably about a 60-40 split.
Really?
And I think there were a few more Buck fans than Western Carolina, you know, and that's probably about equal distance driving as well, you know, Cullowhee to Asheville and Johnson City.
So the blue and gold turned out in the Asheville Civic Center. Unfortunately lost. Will they go to the NIT or anywhere?
Well, we'll find out Sunday night, both for the men and women. There's a tournament for the women, sort of replace the WNITs, the WBIT, so they'll find out their fate on that, and then the men with the NIT. And there is a possibility, because, you know, you have that college basketball crown tournament now, and all your big schools go to that, so depending on how many decide they don't want to play in the NIT, I think there could be a spot for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they can. This one will keep playing, right?
Well, possibly, but now I did hear that they said if they were in a tournament other than the NIT, they would not accept an invitation, like, you know.
Other girls say no?
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, you reach the point. I mean, you got 64, and after that, I mean, it keeps watering it down, and so you got filling these slots of these tournaments other than the NCAA. When you get to the point, someone got losing records just to fill a spot. So
yeah, because like NCAA 68 teams, you got 32 in the NIT, so there's 100. That crown has gone down. There's 16 teams last year. I think there's only 8 teams this year, you know, but there are 108 spots, and then CBI or whatever. I should have done more research. Whatever tournaments are left after that now.
Yeah. So. And there's no way all these teams have winning records to go 108 teams deep into Division I college basketball. So we'll see what happens with the Bucks and the Lady Bucks. So what else you working on now?
Working on a lot of racing stuff. We had our thing, the Tennessee Motorsports Takeover in Nashville at Laney Wilson's place, and we were down there, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ross Chastain, Lane Riggs, Dawson Sutton, who's an up-and-coming driver, won a lot of big late model races now in the Truck Series, and Jasmine Salinas, who races in HRA Top Fuel. They were all there for that. And then I was on the Brad Keselowski phone call. Interesting story tomorrow. I'll go ahead and promote it a little bit, because he's talking about, where he's had the broken leg and how the race car is the best thing for him and the worst thing for him. So he's talking about how, it gives him motivation, but on the other hand, he hurts after he gets out of the race car.
Well, you got a broken leg, and you got to turn your whole body, and of course you can't open the door like we do. He's got to go through the window. So to take your whole body after a broken leg and kind of shinny into the window and then flop your leg over. I guess you put your legs in first, then you get in, but still, you're putting pressure on that right leg as you get into the window, so it's got to hurt. And then once you get in, of course, the seat is built. It's pretty compact, and it's built for each driver's individual body, but still, it's
yeah, I mean,
it's got to be painful.
Built tight, because of the safety aspect of it. They don't want to have any room to move around. And then if you're racing somewhere like Daytona or Atlanta, you're on the throttle the whole time, foot to the floor, and so that's a lot of pressure. And then go somewhere like the road course where they went to Circuit of the Americas, they're up and down and up and down. And I mean, so it's a lot of pressure on those legs, when you're at that, level racing.
So describe the track at Vegas.
Track at Vegas is 1.5 mile, not quite as high banked as Charlotte and some of those. It's probably most similar to Kansas, but usually, pretty good racing there over the years. We've seen some, close finishes and all. Kyle Busch has won there before at his hometown track, and like I said, the Penske cars tend to run well there, as well as some of the Hendrick cars.
So what's the latest on Kingsport Speedway and Bulls Gap and the one up in Virginia?
Well, Bulls Gap, huge. Tomorrow night, World of Outlaws late models coming to Bulls Gap, so be there. And then they're doing a lot of work. Just talking to Lonesome Pine up in Virginia. They've been a lot of paving off season. Track looks fantastic. The last time I was up there, the work that's being done. Then Kingsport Speedway's open. They're here on the 28th, so a lot of excitement about that. I saw where a few people have been over there testing their cars already, so I always love going over the concrete jungle as well.
Beating and banging. They get after it over there. That's a fun place to go watch a race, or race us. They always have a great docket of races every Friday and sometimes Saturday night.
Well, and that's what I tell people. It's not just one race, it's races. So, you go to a race, like a NASCAR race that might be a blowout where somebody wins by half a lap and sort of bored, or you go to a football game and it's 42-7, you're not having, a very good time watching a not competitive game or whatever. But if you go there, they have like 7 different classes of racing, so you're almost guaranteed to see at least one really good competitive finish there.
Yeah, so there's multiple races, particularly in the 4. What's the
the Pure 4.
Pure 4
and
division.
then they've got that Stock 4 now, which is basically entry level. And then one of the most fun ones to watch are guys racing those big old Crown Vics.
That's redneck, ain't it? Them Crown Vics.
Get her done.
Get her done. Them redneck cars. Big old crown like a boat. So, anyway, that's coming up at Kingsport Speedway at the end of the month. So, you are out busy, pounding the pavement. So, see, basketball's done. I guess you're doing any baseball?
Yeah, I've been doing some ETSU baseball already. And, of course, they've got a series with Bradley coming up this weekend. So, I love Thomas Stadium. I think it's a great venue for, baseball.
That's where we're going to be for the district tournament. Our district tournament this year is going to be back at Thomas Stadium. It is a fantastic ballpark to go watch. Good one to broadcast out of, too, but a good one to go watch as from a fan's perspective. Are you hungry?
Oh,
is that a stupid question? I guess it is stupid.
I was going to say, after smelling that barbecue, yeah.
Oh, son. I'm right behind you, too. What are you going to get?
I'm going to get everything they'll give me, I reckon.
That's a good answer. It's like the bottomless pit. I'm telling you, the boy can put down the food. That's all right. It's good. It's good grub out here. Phil's Dream Pit. Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Last question: who you banking on to win in Vegas this weekend? Who's your winner? Who's your dark horse?
I'm going to go with your championship pick as my winner, Joy Logano, and dark horse. Let's say Michael McDowell's running really well, so let's give him a shout out there.
Yeah, let's just see what he's going to do here. Joy Logano. Interesting, he's come over on my side of the fence. Logano and
McDowell.
Michael McDowell. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Kyle Busch. And you know who I think's going to sneak in there? I don't even know if he runs well. I'm going to say old Denny Hamlin's going to jump up and get him one. So
Yeah, that's probably a good choice right there.
yeah, so thanks for coming as always. You're the best. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I'm glad to always be here, Tom. I always appreciate you inviting me.
If you're a praying sort, his mama hit a little bump in the road, so won't go into it, but just say a little prayer for Jess' mama. So I want her back so I can get some Mexican cornbread. So she's had a little bump in the road, so if you'd say a little prayer for his mama, she would appreciate it. You would too.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. All right. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap it up after this from Northeast Community Credit Union. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now.
Yes.
At all locations. Our locations are?
They are in Roe Mountain. They are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office. And then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or BeMyCU.org.
And the magic main number is?
423-547-1200.
Brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're talking to Joseph Taylor, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And what's going on at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we would love to have short-term rehab patients. If you go in for knee surgery, shoulder surgery, stuff like that, you need a little bit of rehab, please consider Ivy Hall. We have private rooms for our short-term rehab patients. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, full-time respiratory therapy. We'd love to take care of you.
Looking for help? Looking for folks to work here?
Absolutely, 100%. If you want to come in, if you're a CNA, LPN, RN, you want to work in dietary, laundry, housekeeping, we would love to have you. You can go to ivyhallnursingHome.com and fill out an application. Somebody will certainly call you back if you put in an application.
Yep. So all these different folks, you take care of these different therapy programs, right?
Absolutely. We love the short-term patients. We love the long-term patients. Either one, we want to take care of anybody that comes our way, for sure.
Social media?
Social media, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, and like I said, ivyhallnursingHome.com.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks. Love promoting them. Again, the great folks here in Elizabethton, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. It's exciting Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join London Taylor and yours truly Friday as the Cyclones entertain the Science Hill Hilltoppers at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. Airtime at 3:45, first pitch 4 o'clock, audio and video. The Cyclones and the Hilltoppers. It all starts at 3:45 Friday, audio and video, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Going to wrap this thing up here in just a second. Let's run down for you what we got on the college basketball scoreboard. There are games in progress underway. You have in the Mid-American Conference tournament, you got Miami of Ohio undefeated, the Redhawks up by 9. Not exactly a blowout over UMass, number 8 seed. So The Red Hawks, the only undefeated team still left in college basketball, at 31-0, up by now 7. So it's a ball game. They're getting pushed a little bit. In the Atlantic 10, it's George Washington over Fordham by 20. In the Big Ten right now, you have a close game, Ohio State and Iowa, still in the first half, a 2-point lead for the Buckeyes right now. In the ACC tournament, again, a close one as well. Virginia and North Carolina State, a 1-point lead by Virginia in the first half. In the Big East, you have first half score. St. John's leads Providence by 18. So Rick Pitino's bunch is pushing away, and rather pulling away from Providence. Kentucky leads Missouri by 5 in the SEC tournament, 14-9 in the first half. And let's see, just getting started, Texas Tech leads Iowa State by 10. So the Red Raiders out of the gate on the 4 seed, leading the 5 seed Iowa State by 10, but a lot of basketball, of course, to be played. Tennessee will play at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The Volunteers will take on the Auburn Tigers, who are 17-15, and the 12th seed, Tennessee at 21-10. They're the number, 5 seed? Yep, 5 seed in the SEC tournament. And they'll play again at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's going to do it. Again, a big thank you for watching the show. Thanks again, as always, to Jeff Beverly and Jeff Birchfield coming to be on the show. Let's give you the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. This is good stuff. Psalms 3, 4, and 5 says, "But you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I lie down and sleep and wake again because the Lord sustains me." Yep, he allows us to wake up every morning. Absolutely, no question. And we finish it by saying, thank you, Lord Jesus, because you protect us, you hear us, and most importantly, you love us unconditionally, even when our actions and lives show we don't always deserve your love. Amen to that. So there you go. It's a good way to end it. Psalms 3, 4, and 5. Tomorrow, show number 2363 will be live tomorrow right down the road at Food City in Gray. Kicking off the weekend on a Food City Friday tomorrow. We'll see how Cock County does tomorrow. We've got North Green playing later on today in the girls basketball tournament. Again, Boone got eliminated yesterday. So Cock County still playing. They'll play tomorrow. And then North Green, will play later on today in the single A girls basketball tournament. We'll take a look at that. And then tomorrow we'll get you ready to go for the weekend tournament. The big boys are playing. We got big boys tonight. Duke and Florida State and North Carolina and Clemson in the ACC tournament tonight. Tennessee and Auburn at 3 o'clock. Again, let's run down real quick who else is playing. You've got Oklahoma, Texas A&M tonight in the SEC tournament in Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena. Also today, you've got tonight, later on, Arizona and Central Florida in the Big 12. Tonight, the night session, Houston and BYU, an interesting matchup. The Cougars and the Cougars. And then Kansas, I think, is overrated. I don't think they're going to go far. They've been so up and down, roly-poly. Kansas will take on the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian in the Big 12. ACC going on now, as we told you, it's a close game, Virginia, North Carolina State. Later this afternoon, Miami and Louisville. Tonight, Duke and Florida State at 7. Blue Devils should be one of the teams to contend for the national championship. Duke will play Florida State, got the Seminoles at 7. North Carolina and Clemson at 9:30 tonight, the other ACC game. And let's see, I gave you the Big Ten, I gave you the Big East. Did not give you the Big Ten. Big Ten will be playing right now is Ohio State and Iowa, which is a close game. Up next will be Washington, 12th seed, Wisconsin, 5th seed in the Big Ten tournament. The night session, Northwestern Wildcats, number 15, taking on the number 7 Purdue Boilermakers. They could make a run. They're a pretty good team, but they've been hot and cold too. They hit that slump where they lost 3 in a row, so they're kind of hot and cold. The other game tonight will be number 6 UCLA and number 14 Rutgers in the Big Ten tournament. So a lot of basketball. Question was raised with Jeff and I on the show. Do you really need a conference tournament? And some say no. Some say yes. Case in point, you got Nate Ament, who is injured. And will he play? How much will they play him against Auburn? How much do you need him for the SEC tournament? He and Amari Evans both are hurt for Tennessee's team. So, or not 100%. So how much do you really need him for the SEC tournament? Because your goal is to get to the big show next week, is where it's at, and play well. So Tennessee And that begs the question again, do you really need a conference tournament? And how much do you get your guys that are injured, get them back out on the floor and get them ready for what really matters? Not that the SEC tournament doesn't, but what really matters is the tournament next week, known as March Madness. We'll see. All right, out of time. We sincerely thank your viewers. We'll be right back one more time after we show you how Brian can get you ready to go with Dream Packs. From right here at Phil's Dream Pack.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream Pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides, gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertised now from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So in even numbers, however many you want, $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media
on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is. That's our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horace Mann was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more?
Yeah, you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'll be able to find our office here.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters, Horace Mann Insurance. It made me feel old. He said, "You remember me back in the day?" Lord, he was in diapers. I was still doing the shows. The young man from over here used to be at Food City, where we'll be tomorrow, Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. So we've been doing it for 21, 22 years. Been going to Food Cities. Got started with late Ed Moore. We'll be at Food City and Gray tomorrow, broadcasting live. Got a $5 a day weekend coming up. That's going to do it from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, 349-6437 is the number you want to call to reserve and place your order for the hickory smoked Easter ham. Oh. Mr. Birchfield, who talked incessantly for about 10-15 minutes, he ain't said a word over here now. You know why? He's a wolfing down the brisket. And he's wolfing down the beans and the hash brown casserole. Yep. I'm about to do something. I'm about to hit it here just as soon as I hang up and box this stuff up. I'm going to get me some grub, too. Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. Again, it's Redbud winter. It's cold. It's cool. It's not cold. It's cool out there. Going to warm up again tomorrow. We got Cyclone baseball tomorrow against one of the hottest teams in the area, if not the hottest team. Take care, sir. Good to see you. Yep. Very kind. So, yep, we got Science Hill tomorrow. 3:45 airtime, 4 o'clock first pitch at the stadium. Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. And again, Science Hill the deal. Be a good test for us. Cyclones 2-3. Losing last night to Providence Academy at Westridge, and got texted, "How come you're not doing the game? It's church night." We was in the church house last night learning about the Lord. Can't learn enough about him. Goodness, or I can't. Maybe you can, but I can't. I'm constantly trying to learn more about the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That's going to do it again. Thanks to Jeff Birchfield and Jeff Beverly being on the show. And, of course, Michaela and Brian with the commercials. Thank you very much. Phil's Dream Pit. Can't beat it, folks. And they would love to cater your next event. They would love to come out, either bring the full enchilada, where they can cater it and serve it and clean up. And if you want that, if you just want the food itself delivered, Tara said she left this morning, took 24, catering to 24 folks to a medical facility in Johnson City. Took lunch. They do it all the time. They love doing it. So if you have an event coming up or you just want a lunch, feed the gang at the lunch as a customer, or in this case, employee appreciation, or either one, customer too, for that matter. I mean, you just, whatever you want to do, just call them. They'll be more than willing to sit down and talk to you and plan it. They got the 2 food trucks out on the road now. They can come to an event you've got coming up. You can call and book the food truck to come to your place. So if you just need meat by the pound, they sell that. Just come and get the meat. If you need the dream packs, 4 increments of 4. Get the sides, and it's really, can't beat it, the dream packs. What are you talking about, Thomas? This right here, you have your choice of meat, buns, barbecue sauce, your choice of 3 sides. There it is, pulled pork, pulled chicken, pulled beef, half chicken on the bone, sliced beef brisket, which is what Jeff's eating. That's your dream packs. It's all on the website, philsdreampit.com, or give them a call at 349-6437. That's going to do it. Wrapping it up. Show number 2463. I'm sorry, 62. 63 will be tomorrow on Friday the 13th. We'll be at Food City right down the road, Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. Till then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2462 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, on our way to 2500. Live today at Phil's Dream Pit.